I haven't really uploaded any videos lately, so I thought this workout would be a good one to upload and just add some commentary to it, just because that way, instead of having to log everything, I can just kind of give my own feedback on my own self while I'm watching it here. So the reason why I haven't been filming on myself as much and uploading stuff to my YouTube is because I moved to a new town, and I've been training at this club here, Olympic Power and Fitness, with a new coach. And I found that when I was training back home in Regina, the video really helped me give myself feedback on how my changes of technique were playing out, and just getting some feedback that way because we didn't have a coach there. And then when we were training with the training partners and stuff, we try to watch each other and give criticism when we can, but everyone is still doing their own workouts, so having a coach around definitely changes that quite a bit, and I find that just getting the feedback from the coach is all I need to getting to improve my technique. And this is actually the first time I've recorded myself in quite a few weeks, and just watching here, warming up with these snatches, I've already noticed a few things that have changed. One of the things we've really been working on in the snatch particularly is maintaining that really tight back arch throughout the pull, and emphasizing the shoulders staying ahead of the bar for as long as possible during the pull. One of the things that kind of developed as a bad habit while I was training on my own was that once the bar passed my knees, my shoulders would really just lean back and my hips would come forward much too early. And at the top of my pull, I was not getting any knee extension really. It was all hip extension. I was making good bar contact, but basically that just became a very hip dominant pull. So now, over the past several weeks since I've been working with Coach Kevin here, really been emphasizing the shoulders staying over the bar for as long as possible and delaying the second pull as long as I can. One of the things that's really changed is my pull has become a lot more quad dominant. You'll notice that even with these reps, even though they are light, I'm able to get much better knee extension at the top, and my finishing position in the pull is a lot more vertical than before. Because even before, when I was pulling back with the shoulders quite early and trying to elevate the bar with my hips more so than the quads, I was jumping back quite a bit and ending up with the weight on my heels when I received the bar. So we viewed that as a limiting factor, and also one of the factors in my slow quad development in terms of the strength. And this concept has really applied to all of my pulling movements, so the pull and the snatch, the pull and the cleans, and that's the priority when we're training both the lifts as well as snatch pulls and clean pulls. So the reason why I decided to record this training session is because it was the first programmed workout that was up to a heavy single, basically. I've been doing lots of percentage work over the past several weeks, but nothing's been over 90%. So for me, that's about 100 kilos or so for the snatch. There's been lots of variety in my training, so this was good to really kind of test how those changes have been able to incorporate into my full snatch and clean and jerk. So this workout was basically just a snatch up to a heavy single and a clean and jerk up to a heavy single. You'll notice in the background there's Paul. He doesn't live here, but he's just visiting this weekend. We're old training partners from Saskatoon, So it's really good to train with him again. I think now that the bar's at 80 kilos, this is kind of where I stopped doing reps with the weight and just decided to stick with singles. I've also changed my starting position a little bit. I used to have a bit of a dynamic start in the past. However, when I was working with Coach Ma in St. Louis earlier in the summer, he pointed out that part of the reason why I was jumping back so much and the momentum of the bar was pulling me backwards throughout the pull is because my dynamic start was not balanced. And rather than elevating my shoulders, hips, and the bar equally, everything was pulling backwards a bit right off the ground. So that's been something that I've been working on, developing a strong, more static start, and really focusing on tightening the back before the bar breaks the ground at all. I found that has made my lifting much more consistent, and sometimes when even when I'm warming up with lighter weights, some days the weight feels really, really light, and some days it feels abnormally heavy, and I found that by really emphasizing that back tightness right off the ground and squeezing off the ground, I'm getting much more consistency. So perhaps in the past with my dynamic start, not every day I was tightening my back to the same degree. Yeah, so throughout this workout, I felt like I was moving pretty sluggishly. Not the speed I was used to working with when I was working with singles. Usually I find that with rep work, sometimes the fatigue will slow me down, but with singles I find I'm usually pretty quick, accelerating the bar up as well as receiving the bar down. So this is 107 kilos, about 94 or 95% of my PR, which is 113.
That's it. Easy.
That's the heaviest weight that I worked up to this workout. The 110, I just wasn't able to extend hard enough at the end, and I think with this one, the first attempt there, I just kind of rushed the second pull and reverted a bit into that pull backwards mechanism. So I was pretty pleased with this workout, actually. It would have been nice to hit 110, but the purpose really was to assess how the technique changes that we've been training over the past couple weeks, how they've carried over into the heavy lifts, and from here we can adjust the programming and move on to more of a strength phase, I think. So in the next video, it'll be the clean and jerks from this workout.